Okay. Do you feel people are more likely to be prescribed medicine for anxiety rather than given tools to remedy it?
I think it depends on which professional you're talking to. If it's
Okay.
like a general doctor, they're not there for therapy and all that. What do you need? It also depends on what you're reporting to the, I guess, the prescribing physician.
Mm-hmm.
If you're reporting that anxiety is debilitating and I cannot get through a day, like I can't go to work, I can't take care of my kids, like anxiety is impacting your life in a way that you can't really function daily, they might prescribe medication. So it
Mm-hmm.
depends on what you're reporting and how it's impacting your daily life.
Okay.
I think some folks may need medication and refuse it because they
Mm-hmm.
don't want to feel like, I think there's a stigma around psychiatric medication. If you do need a low doses of medication just to kind of help you function throughout the day, it may be something to entertain, but it depends on the severity of how it's impacting your daily life.
Okay. And you mentioned the stigma. There's the stigma of seeing a therapist.
Yeah.
And some folks really need a therapist, but that stigma keeps them from seeing a therapist. Uh, how can we get around that?
I think one, shifting the mindset that it's not beneficial. And I'm not, as a therapist, I'm not going to sit here and act like finding a good therapist is an
Mm-hmm.
easy thing to do. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Okay.
But I do feel like we need to shift our mindsets in terms of, with a therapist, you are creating a space solely for you
Mm.
to deal with the stresses of life. You kind of have somebody on your team that is kind of like a release for you. You're grown. That's also a space to grow.
Okay.
That's a space to process. Some people will say, like, I don't need therapy, but then will spill all their trauma,
Yeah.
all their stress to
Mm-hmm.
like the taxi cab driver. He doesn't know what to do with
Right. He's not
that.
getting paid for that.
He's not getting paid for that. He doesn't
Yeah.
know what to tell you. So then you
It's
spewed it
true.
on somebody. You're denying that this is something you need, but you
Yeah.
walk around sharing certain things with everyone because it's too heavy to carry.
Yes. 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 Is it? This is a saying. This just came to me. And do you agree with this? It's okay not to be okay. You agree with that?
I agree.
Well, what do you get out of that? Because there's I hear it. To me, it sounds good, but it's also true. And maybe that's what people need to know to help them make that phone call or to see a therapist. That they should know that it's okay not to be okay because you can get better.
I think that saying basically means take off the mask. Every day is not a good day.
Mm,
Every day is not
yeah.
peaches and cream. Like,
Okay.
we have hardships in life. Life is filled with ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
When you are down, are you able to say, hey, I'm down? I think it's really removing the mask of, I mean, I'd say I'm guilty of it too. I'm Superwoman. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
get shit done.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
don't want to embrace vulnerability to say, hey, today I'm not okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that saying to me says it's okay to embrace vulnerability and take the mask off and
Okay.
embrace some authenticity and saying I'm not okay, and allowing people to show up for you, or you're showing up for yourself in ways to make sure that you are okay.
Okay. How important? And these are questions that's coming to my head as we
Hmm.
speak because you're giving so much good information that I'm actually really interested in your answers. Uh, Taking accountability for your actions. How will that help you get over the hump?
I think people refuse accountability sometimes because you don't want to sit with guilt or shame.
Hmm.
So you kind of defend yourself from
Yeah.
from having to accept that you're also a flawed human being that will make mistakes at times. I think accountability, when you embrace it, helps you grow. You understand why you did certain things. You understand how it's harmful.
Yeah.
And then you understand that you're not going to repeat certain things. Not only because you don't want to harm somebody else, but also for your own personal growth.
Okay.
That is never ending.
It is. It is. I think I appreciate when friends, family do take accountability because they become more of a trustworthy person to me. I'm definitely flawed. I'm not gonna say that I'm not flawed. I'm definitely flawed, but I'm willing to take accountability.
We all are.
Yeah. That's not something I have issues with.
Mm-hmm.
And when friends, family, peers take accountability for their actions, I can trust them a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I can offer assistance
Okay.
if I have it to offer, if I'm knowledgeable enough in that area, in that topic. And it just to me just feels good knowing that we all understand that no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. Parents, friends, family, teachers, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can take accountability for those mistakes, we can just get along better and we'll feel better about each other. It's not about feeling that, oh, if I admit that I was wrong, he or she's going to laugh at me, point at me, make a joke, make me feel bad. If someone's doing that, with the exception of the joke, because joking is just,
Mm-hmm.
it can hurt, it can sting a little bit, but if you're around a good circle, it's only a joke. It's just fun. But everyone, I'm a joke. So I like joking.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're around the right people, it's okay. I guess you can say vulnerability, having a little vulnerability.
Because you may say a joke on the wrong day. Like, I
And it could be
already been
over.
through too much today.
Yeah,
Now you
yeah.
joking. I'm not in the mood for that today.
That's true.
And you hit a wound, and I don't have the bandwidth to deal with the joking today.
That's very true. And since I use the word vulnerability, and as I said, these are questions just coming to my head right now. Can you throwing some gems out there, which I appreciate.
One thing I want to add.
Yes.
I want to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
how are you with extending grace?
Extending grace.
Yeah.
So I think I'm good at it.
Okay.
I think I'm good at it.
Grace and forgiveness. Let's put that out there.
I don't hold grudges.
Cool.
Everyone makes mistakes. Okay, good question. This is how I look at it. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you this.
So I mess up. I come to you. I'm like, damn, I'm sorry.
I'll 100% of the time forgive you and move on past this. So let me give an example. This is how I am. It's the intent over the damage. That's how I look at it. So for example, if someone comes, I'm back out of my driveway and the person doesn't see me because they're looking back at their child, or they're distracted, or they're thinking about an argument they had last night or something, and smashes my car and wrecks it. Yeah, I'll be disappointed. But it was an accident. Okay, I'll get over it. Now, if someone comes and takes...
Say she gets out the car. She's like, you're not watching where you're going.
That would bother me. It would bother me.
See, if you would have backed up slower, I was checking my Instagram, but obviously, if you would have just...
That would bother me.
Been a little more careful.
But that's her not taking accountability.
No.
And that gets to me. Yeah. But that would trigger me a little bit. But then I'll do a few rusa. And I'll let my blood pressure lower. And I'll eventually... Okay. You know what? No. I'm going to be mad.
All right.
And I'm going to be mad because once that person isn't taking accountability, but the thought behind it is, I messed up, but it's your fault. And that bothers me. So if it was, like say the car accident, my car is wrecked.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I'm mad. But it can get fixed. It's property, it can get fixed. But if someone took a pen and just etch something
In your
or
car.
pop my tires or something, and the value to repair that is substantially lower than the vehicle being totaled,
Mhm.
that would bother me more. Because someone intentionally
Yeah.
did that. That would drive me wild.
So with that, you're not taking a few breaths and letting your blood pressure lower. You are going in.
I would like to say I would like to say I'm gonna take a second to analyze the situation.
It's okay to be like, I'm gonna curse everybody out.
That
That person, their
yeah.
mom, the person that made
Yeah,
the pen,
okay.
everybody's getting
Let me stop trying to be phony and tell the truth. I'm gonna take a rock,
Exactly.
I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm the ink is gonna come out
Right.
and so on. And I'm gonna
Because
be
now
all
you're
set.
messing with me.
Yeah, it's the intent. You intentionally did something, or you didn't take accountability for your action, and you're trying to put it onto me.
Yeah.
And yes, I would not be a happy camper, Yes, so you're right about that. So but I'm gonna get over it. It's property, and maybe that person just had a bad day. And I'm realizing as I'm getting a little bit older, I'm realizing that interactions are often based on just how you feel that day, what's on your mind, and you could have had a stressful day. You may have just been laid off. You may have received some bad news about family or friends, or you thought you did this much overtime and it didn't show up in this check, and now you have a hard time paying for this, and you can't do that which you really wanted to do, or uh 101 different reasons why it's good to just be like, let me just slow down, replay this in my head before I just overreact.
React, yeah. And not take it personal.
And definitely, and sometimes I do overreact, and then later I think about, I feel bad about how I approached it, how I dealt with it, because I'm like, I didn't have to go as far as what I did, just because it's life. Stuff happens. It could be a lot worse.
But then sometimes things need to be said in
have
the
to
way
kick
that
them,
you already
kick them.
said it.
That's
So if
true.
you're like, don't mess, you're like, maybe I shouldn't have you up. Maybe you should have.
You know what? That they have to learn. They have to learn. Like,
Or it's not right trying to diminish how you feel in certain things. All the emotions are there.
yeah.
And I think what we do is judge some emotions as good and judge some as bad. So if you're happy, that's good. If you're angry, that's bad. So then we're slow to anger, but sometimes you're angry.
And that is a feeling, an emotion that just has to come out sometimes. So.
And then sometimes we do feel bad, but sometimes it's like, well, it had to be said. It had to be said in the way that it was said.
So if I curse someone out tomorrow, I'm gonna call you. I'm like, Gina, I cursed this mofo out, and I feel
it had
good.
To be, it had to be done.
I feel good about it. And these guys call on the phone, and these scammers on the phone, I'm gonna curse them out.
Had to be done.
I'm gonna talk about the mother, the dog, and the older sister, and I'm gonna feel good about it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna curse them all out, and then hang out.
Had to be done.
That's what, you know what? Now I feel good about it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And talking about feeling good, let's say there is something that's bothering you. Is there, and let's kind of like pull this into like the fitness side, the exercise side of it. Are there exercises which will relieve that stress based on different stresses? So let's say I'm upset about XYZ, whatever it is. Should I go and hit the punching bag to unwind? Should I go, you're involved in yoga. Should I go to a yoga class to unwind? Should I jump in a pool and do some laps to unwind? Should I go to the local track and run around a few times to unwind? And what would you recommend?
Biggest thing is, no matter how much you work out and how much exercise you do, you still have to deal with the stress.
Yes.
So if there's a way to eliminate what's stressful,
Okay.
that has to kind of be a priority. Sometimes some stress is complicated. Like if your kid is stressing you out that day, you can't necessarily just get rid of them.
Yeah.
But you can. You
or
can.
ACS, you be knocking your door.
Exactly. Or you can take a moment. You can
Yeah.
do an exercise that leaves you grounded.
Okay.
And when I say grounded, I mean you're done with whatever movement you decided is that you want to do that day.
Okay.
And you feel good after.
Okay.
Like your anxiety's not through the roof. You were able to get some breaths out.
Okay.
Your body's releasing certain hormones that you're leaving in a better space. That stress is still there, but maybe you're in a better space emotionally to deal with it. Okay. So if you're with a partner that stresses you out every single day, this is the worst relationship you've ever been with. You can work out all day.
It's not
you can
help.
Do boxing, you can swim, you can.
It doesn't matter what you do.
If you still going back to that same relationship, it doesn't matter.
I tell you, exercise, which will help in that situation. Just walk away.
Yeah.
leave that person alone, and that one exercise will make you feel better. Let me ask you one last question.
Yeah.
One last question. And I said this 3 times. I'm going to say it again. As I talk to you, this is popping in my head.
Mm-hmm.
A 35-year-old woman, what should be more important to her? And I was looking at on Instagram, some social media platform, and a lady said this. And she said, this is how women should be. She said, fit, feminine, and fine.
Oh.
The 3 Fs.
Okay.
And she's an older lady, middle age, maybe
like our age.
Are we plus a little bit. we all middle age.
We're middle age.
We all middle age. She was middle age plus 10.
Okay.
Let's say she was in her mid 50s.
Okay.
Let's say she was in the mid 50s. And she said a woman should be fit, feminine, and fine. I'm asking you 2 questions. You can answer one or both.
Okay.
If someone described you as fit, feminine, and fine, I feel like it's a compliment. Mm-hmm. If I don't really know someone too well, like I know you more to just say you're fit, feminine, fine. I'll say she's funny, she's caring, and yada yada yada, all that stuff. But if I don't really know someone and I call them fit, feminine, and fine, I think that's pretty nice. I don't know. Everyone may have their own opinion. I asked a few of my female friends. Some said yes, some said no. But everyone has their own thing. Out of those 3, fit, and this is gonna be my last question for you. Fit, feminine, and fine. What is more important for a 35-year-old single female? And that's kind of tough because they all could be important. I'm kind of putting you on the spot. I'm just really curious.
What's more important to me, in my opinion?
Yes.
I really think it's joy. Like, are you okay with whatever it is? Whatever fit looks like to you, whatever feminine looks like to you, whatever fine looks like to you. Good I feel answer. Like those are. I wouldn't want to. You
don't like it?
I wouldn't adopt that mentality. You wouldn't? Okay. No, I feel like it's lacking.
But okay. Like I said, I knew you for
very surface level.
But if I met you a week ago, and one of my friends like, can you describe Gina? I was like, yeah, she's fit, feminine, fine. I'd
be like, oh, okay.
Like, I don't think it's terrible.
But I wouldn't be like, oh.
Yeah, you wouldn't be. You may not be.
And I wouldn't describe myself like that.
Well, everyone could, because you, and there's way more to you than just being fit, feminine, and fine. If you believe you're all those 3, but it was just something that she said, fit, feminine, and fine, and I thought about it, and I was like,
it's interesting.
It is interesting, and I'm gonna think more about it.
But for me, my advice too, if I'm giving a 35-year-old advice, are you content in who you are?
Yes.
Besides whatever label the world is going to put on you, on how you should be, how you show up, are you okay with the way that you show up? Are you content with the way things are? Are you creating the life that you want to live?
Yes.
Without all the other noise? Because I think feminine doesn't have to look a certain way.
I agree.
I don't think fit has to look a certain way. I think I've seen
healthy is important.
Health, yes. Good health is important.
Fit is, there's a big spectrum. There's a big fit. You can fit in here or here. But if you're healthy. So I promote fitness. But fitness is an umbrella. Being healthy. You can be a bodybuilder, look amazing, muscles everywhere, and then have a heart attack because your blood is all jacked up because you're taking stuff you shouldn't be taking.
And you don't sleep well. Your diet is trash.
All of that is a factor. It may not show on the outside, but it's a factor. So it's about being healthy. Be healthy. Stay active. Move the body. One more question came to me.
I would say good health. I would think about it mind, body, spirit. Like, are all those three things fed? Do you feel intellectually stimulated by certain things?
Yes.
Yes, health. Are you sleeping? Are you eating well? Are you engaging in hobbies? Are you doing all the things to make sure your overall well-being is fulfilled?
Yes.
And I do think spirituality is important.
That's big. That's big. That's really big. I couldn't agree more. And let's end it off with one last question.
Okay.
How damaging, if damaging at all, is arguing in front of kids? So parents arguing in front of kids. And before you answer, let me just give you my 2 cents. Then I want you to tell me what you think about it. Kids learn from their parents. Kids learn from who they're around. And kids are smart. They pick up stuff. And sometimes you're like, how did he or how did she hear that or see that? Because they're observing what's going on, the surroundings. And in my opinion, if you argue in front of a child, you just teaching them how to argue. That's just my opinion. So if I grew up, my parents didn't argue in front of me. And I feel as if you argue in front of a child, they're just learning your arguing technique. Yes, some people say, well, they observe it and they're learning how to resolve because their parents are arguing and then they resolve. And yes, you can learn from there. But I feel like, yeah, you will eventually adopt that gender specific arguing tactics. That's my view. Please share yours if you don't mind.
I think we don't have to go so hard to shield kids from regular things.
Okay.
An argument can happen. Yeah. No, you don't want it to go completely left, but I don't think it's an awful thing to model how to. Arguing is still communication. So you're communicating. Things are a little heated.
Okay.
If you can resolve it and the kid sees all of this, great. Sometimes not so much, but I don't think all the time that you can shield kids from certain things. I think if it happens, you can also process it with children afterwards.
Okay.
I don't think they always. Children are observant. They take notes. They're like, I'm never doing that. I'm sure there's things that you've seen your parents do that you've never done.
I'm not doing that. Like, no.
There's things that I've seen my parents do that I'm like, oh, I'm going to go so far left because I don't want to do that. And arguing was one of them.
Okay.
And the way their arguments were was pretty unnecessary. But children, adults are like children too. Like adults tantrum.
Yes, it's true.
We tantrum, and I think it's worth teaching your kid that adults are flawed. They tantrum.
Okay.
That's not okay, and be able to process it. I don't think all the time you'll be able to shield them from everything.
That's why you're a therapist, and I'm not. Let's end on that note. Beautiful conversation with Gina. I learned a lot. I hope you did. More episodes to come. The Smooth Force Fitness Podcast. Check it out.